countries, France and Poland, are in very similar situation regarding resources, natural resources for the future. Of course, today your energy mix is very biased towards coal, whereas ours is biased towards nuclear. But you've made the choice to move to nuclear. And regarding renewables, I think our two countries are in similar situations. We have some potential for renewables, both wind and sun, but not that much. And we are not in the situation of some other countries where the sun brights all year long or the wind blows all along the year. So I think for both countries, the natural choice is the same. It's the one of a diversified mix of renewables and nuclear. This is the choice we've made in France for some time already, and which has been confirmed recently by President Macron. And I understand that this is the choice that your country is making as well. Honestly speaking, it is relatively obvious that when you are faced with the need of electricity which both countries will have to tackle, there's no silver bullet. You cannot build your future about electricity capacities on only one resource. That was more or less the philosophy of France some 40 or 50 years ago. As you may know, 85% of our electricity used to come from nuclear, the addition coming from hydro. But now, with the time moving forward and new technologies of renewables emerging, it is obvious that our interest as a country is to combine nuclear and renewables. Maybe later today we'll explain to you how it works effectively in France. But the concept is when you need big volumes, you need both renewables. Of course, when you need big volumes and you want to go decarbonated, that's obvious, and that's your choice as ours, you need to combine nuclear and renewables. That's what we've been doing. Just one thing, and I don't want to be too long, but the French public body in charge of the grid made a study about the various scenarios for France, possible scenarios about the future production of electricity. 2 points I want to highlight. The first one is that their assumption was that the need for electricity in France will grow by at least 20% from now on to 2050. And I personally think that's a low figure. So we will need more electricity, not less. Even if short-term, we're trying to save the use of energy, in fact, technically, we will need more electricity because we need to replace carbonated resources for transportation, for heating, etc. Because population is aging, so we will need more air conditioning, because digitalization needs more electricity, etc. So the overall picture is that we will need more electricity. In the future, we have a big volume issue. And the second conclusion of that study is that the various scenarios they studied were from 100% nuclear to 100% renewables. And both extreme scenarios don't work. 100% nuclear, too expensive in investment. 100% renewables don't work for many reasons. Not only the cost of changing completely the grid and the way the whole system functions, so it's very high cost of investment, but as well, because there is a big issue with raw materials. The rare metals necessary to produce both photovoltaic and to some extent, to a lesser extent, windmills are not available enough. The calculation was that for France to be fully 100% sourced on renewables, we would need, as one single country, to consume 50% of all the rare metals available in 2050 in the world. So it doesn't work. The conclusion is the point I want to make, and I stop here, is that not putting all the eggs in the same basket is not only a common sense decision, it is also technically, industrially, and financially a must. So my point is that the title of the panel is nuclear the best support to renewables. My point is it is the only support.